Good morning, everyone. Mark Julian, theapartmentnerd.com. I've got a fun topic for today. Rent.com. So I had these bills sitting on my desk last week. They were six bills, yeah. Invoices for Rent.com. I've got one here that in our one site database, it did say drive by, but then I got the guest card and it was okay. It did say Rent.com. And then here's one that both online and the guest card, okay, Rent.com. However, 4 out of the 6 were not Rent.com, but I'm still getting bills for them. And it's frustrating. And I know you've all kind of gone through this, or many of you have gone through this, where you get the Rent.com bill, you have to verify it against a guest card, and it's frustrating because then you have to try to fight it. And then when you do fight it, and maybe you try to determine that it's not something you're responsible for, then Rent.com sends the corporate office another version of the bills. So they actually sent us another one trying to get the bill paid again. So that being said, how frustrating is that? Then myself personally, who finally signs off on these, has to look at them and try to sign off on them. And you know what? If I don't take my time to truly look into it, to truly look at the guest card itself, to maybe look it up online in one site, then guess what? Hey, we're paying the bill, $3.89 a pop. Very expensive. Not the way to do business, in my opinion. I don't think it's right. I understand that Rent.com probably has some challenges collecting their fees that they think are they can justify, but I still don't think it's right, and I think their model is flawed. And what ended up happening actually at one of my properties is that we've got 2 that we've been disputing because they were not Rent.com people, and then we have 1 outstanding bill, and because they feel as though we haven't paid them, they've actually suspended the account. So suspending the account. Wow. I replied, this is ludicrous. We've contested 2 of these bills multiple times that we feel are erroneous. The other's in process with our payables department. For all of our communities, we feel like we've had to contest more bills recently than ever. Your system is flawed, and it's beginning to piss off many companies that use your site. Fix it. So I know a lot of you are pissed off about this as well, and it's not just me. So here's the response back I get from Rent.com. We have been generous with the property, and we do request the property work with us a little bit better in terms of considering our tracking data when there's a dispute. If you want more specific data we consider to making the determination to refuse this write-off, please let me know. This property has had increasing trends of guest card write-off requests, and we think our site is still an outstanding value, even if we insist that some of these disputes are paid based on the information we tracked on the website in addition to your guest card data. So in essence, what he's saying is that if they track how much that somebody uses Rent.com, regardless of what they say is the main source when they come in, they could still bill you for it and they can still justify it in their system. So I, of course, respond back again. I guess you can leave our account suspended because we're just not going to pay it. The fact that we've been disputing more invoices is irrelevant. I asked my staff to do a better job monitoring their bills. In return, they end up wasting more time disputing Rent.com bills, and then of course me doing it on top of that. I just again think that the model is flawed. So of course people are going to search Rent.com. They might be on there for hours, but who's to say that they aren't going on Apartments.com, they aren't going on a property's website, that maybe they didn't even drive by a property in the first place because they have a friend that lives there, they're familiar with the area, what have you. But of course, because they went on Rent.com at some point and signed up, Rent.com is sending them messages telling them to, hey, remember to claim your $100. So because of all of that, and because of course Rent.com has this $100, I'm supposed to just sign off on these bills because they have some data on research and monitoring their website, and because they remind people of the $100. I say that's crap, and I'm not going to stand for it. And I think their model is flawed, and I have to completely disagree. And I think it's frustrating as can be that 4 out of 6 invoices that I get last Friday or last week, I have to actually double check on them, and they're not legit. They're not Rent.com references on guest cards. So I know I'm frustrated. I'm going to be the one who goes out on a limb and says something. Maybe some of you aren't going to do it, but Rent.com, fix your model. I don't like it.